Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special edition, a new time today for On a Mission. I'm Emily Mae. We have Melanie here with me as well. How are you doing, Melanie? We have a very exciting, historical, huge week ahead of us, and it's only Tuesday.
I'm so excited. We have a big weekend ahead of us. You know, it's the collective weekend, the GCW collective. Of course, Mission Pro is a part of it. And of course, a big part of the weekend is going to be the team that we're bringing on today is the Hex, Marti, Belle, Allysin K. They're taking on the Renegade Twins along with Jasmine Allure. And they're bringing in their partner, Lainey Luck. It's going to be a crazy match. It's going to be an amazing match. If you guys haven't got your tickets, go get your tickets, missionprowrestling.net. If you can't be in Dallas, Texas for it, go to Fight TV, buy the pay-per-view. It's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be an action-filled show. And even if you can't watch it live, get your package so you can watch it at a later time and rewatch it. So.
Exactly. Fight TV, get your package if you're not live in Dallas. It's a very exciting weekend ahead. And I'm super excited for our guests today. We're not even going to waste any time, Melanie.
Oh, I want to jump right in.
We're going to jump right in. I am so excited to welcome Marti, Belle, and Allysin K of the Hex. All right. Hi, ladies.
I think you need to say you are very hex-cited that we are here.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes. I am not as sharp today, but yes, I'm very hex-cited that you're here.
Yes, perfect.
You guys have a full weekend this weekend, right? So you guys are going to be signing with WrestleCon, I believe, Thursday and Friday?
Yes. We'll be signing not Wednesday. We'll be signing Thursday and Friday. I'm really excited. I already want it to be a collective weekend, WrestleCon weekend. We'll be signing Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday we will be at Bangers Only.
I know. So you guys have been with Mission Pro before, but separately. Now you guys get to come as a team, and it's for the collective weekend. I mean, is that something significant for you? Is this like going to be something totally different now? Are you guys ready for the craziness?
Of course we're ready. We're ready. I mean, we've been to WrestleCon several years now, and we know that it is chaos. And so we're expecting it, but we're hex-expecting it, if you will. But we're very much looking forward to it. It is going to be very different for us all over, because it's not even just like we're going to tag, which is what we've been doing now consistently for the past several months, but it's going to be a 6-person tag. So it's going to you interesting.
And it adds a different dynamic.
Yeah, I was going to say that, now you're adding Lainey Luck. Have you worked with Lainey Luck in the past? And if you have you ever tagged with her before? Is it going to be a totally different person, adding a third?
I have never tagged with Lainey. I worked with Lainey a lot here in Missouri and the Kansas area. So it's going to be fun. I am very familiar with her work, but it's going to be definitely interesting to add a third person to our mix and just seeing how she's able to gel with us. And you know, me and AK have we can speak without having to say any words. So I think that translates into the ring as well. So it is going to be interesting to add somebody else to that fold.
Yeah, like I've wrestled Lainey before, but I've never tagged with her. And, you know, I hope she doesn't mess it up for us is what
Oh.
Wow. So we want to make sure we keep that train rolling, you know?
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about the Renegade Twins? They've been kind of, you know, a force to be reckoned with at Mission Pro and kind of throughout the independent scene. And I feel like you've been kind of maybe keeping an eye on them. But they, you know, this is going to potentially be a challenge this weekend.
Well, the main thing that we know is that their mother loves us. And I have a feeling that their mom's actually rooting for us. Did she ever give you that permission slip, Allysin? Is this match happening?
She hasn't, but I think she allegedly turned it into Mission Pro.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'll have to see it before the match happens. But
yeah, so she gave him that permission slip. She gave, you know, we gotta make sure that mommy said it's okay. So that it's okay for us to whip her little girl's asses. So
first of all, they're not twins. So like already I have a problem with them because you call yourself twins, you're not twins. You're sisters. I feel like they do talk a very big game for being so small. And so this will be our first time in the ring with them. They've been running their mouths for a long time. It's going to be very interesting to finally get them in the ring, even though we do have that, you know, each team has a third person that we have to deal with. So we'll have to think about them too. They're not to be underestimated. But the Renegade Twins, you know, they've been in the business for like 30 minutes, you know? It's like, calm down. Take it down a notch.
And not taking anything away from them. They have accomplished a lot, obviously.
Absolutely.
Being so young and holding tag team gold already, that's definitely an accomplishment. And we don't think any less of them. And we know that they are going to be worthy opponents, but we're just ready to shut their mouths up and have mama come,
congratulate us after the
match. Yeah. Hang up our picture in the living room.
How does it feel though? So you have these two girls, they've kind of taken this, they've come into the indies, they've kind of done this like whirlwind tag team run, they have their double champs in the indies, but like now they're calling you guys out. I feel like they've gone from, they were rookies and they're trying to work their way up. I mean, you guys are veterans in the industry and you guys are on the top of the tag team ladder right now. I mean, how does it feel having these being called out by someone so young in the industry?
Yeah, they're calling out the best of the best.
I mean, I'll tip my hat off to them. Like, it takes guts to talk a big game towards us, but as of now, they've just been talking. Everything's being done behind a little computer screen, on their little phones. They can't even spell my name right. So I feel like already going into this, I wouldn't say there's bad blood, but I'm really excited to punch their faces in. So there's that.
Dang. I like this side of Marti. I think I've been rubbing off on her.
We spend way too much time together these last few weeks. So
I mean, it's very interesting. Have you seen the dynamic lately? I mean, I feel like I have. The tag team women's division has just exploded in the past like 6 months, especially with you coming out. Now people are like gunning for you guys. I feel like you guys have targets on your back. You're at the top of this tag team because one, you've had very successful runs individually. Now you're having very successful run as a tag team. And I think it just put a bigger like target on y'all's backs. How does that make y'all feel knowing that people are gunning for your spots?
I don't blame them. I feel like if I was in their position, I would be doing the exact same thing. I feel like I've done that a lot in my career. You find who's at the top and you're going for them. So they should set big goals. I get it. But like, if you're going to come for us, you better come for us. You better not miss.
There are Mission has some great tag teams, and there's a lot of women that we are very excited to hopefully step into the ring with in the future. I personally would love to get in with Maddie and Rashay. I always mispronounce her name. It is Rashay, right?
It is.
Yes,
it
correct.
is.
I would love to step into the ring with them once we get done with the Renegades. I think we probably have our eyes set on them, and we've said this before. We've never been afraid of a challenge. We've never been afraid of anybody, really. The only person I was ever afraid of was my grandmother, and she is no longer here. So there is nobody that we're afraid of. So we are. We welcome challenges if you're respectful about it, and if you've earned that match, then we are more than happy to step into the ring with you.
Nice. I do feel there's like the renaissance of women's tag team wrestling, and I'm so happy for it. I'm so glad. Instead of having two women just put together for a promotion, I love the fact that there's more teams, organically being put together. Have you noticed? Are there more as you travel more belts being made in the indies now for tag teams?
Definitely feels that way. It always has felt that way. I remember when the quote unquote women's revolution started, it felt like all of a sudden all these indie promotions had a women's title being made. They never had one before. They never cared about one before.
And then
all of a sudden,
tournament that weekend.
There's so many tournaments for an inaugural women's champion once it's popular. So yes, now that it feels like the women's tag team wrestling is taking off and having championships and bigger promotions, now the indie promotions, it's going to trickle down and they're going to follow suit. Any trends, that's how it works.
Yeah. I really hope that it stays on an upward trend, and I hope it really stays because I'm really enjoying the tag team wrestling right now because as more women are getting the opportunity to work together, you see them, like you guys saying, you guys don't even have to talk to each other. You guys just work together. Yeah. And I feel like that's something the men have had for a really long time. And it's just an opportunity that the women now are taking advantage, and I love it. And they're giving the opportunity, which is amazing because it's just so much fun.
Yeah, I mean,
I love tag team wrestling. I mean, sorry to cut you off, Emily.
No, that's fine.
We love tag team wrestling. It's something that we have both done in the past before. And we've said this before, we weren't each other's first, but we were definitely each other's last tag team partner. So it is great to see the amount of tag teams that are, being formed. And yes, it is amazing to see people make a conscious decision to become a tag team. And I think that's very special and that's very important. And that does bring a different dynamic. Obviously, the Renegades have been a team since the day, they were born. So you have to respect that. I do respect that. And they've done a good job of using that they know each other very well to continue to advance as a tag team. And, for that, I can't knock them.
Yeah, I mean, as we're talking about kind of the evolution of tag teams and how they're created, talk a little bit about your journey as the Hex and what is that secret sauce that makes you together so successful?
I think authenticity in any situation is going to make something successful, make a situation successful or not. And I think that speaking about those tag teams that know each other and don't, I feel like that's the huge difference. Did you organically come together, or is this promotion forcing two people to randomly be thrown together? I think that's going to make women's tag team wrestling successful or not. Do people want to come together and work together, or are promotions just going to throw them together? So I think authenticity and really wanting to be together, like any relationship.
Yes. And that's not to say that teams that have, been put together by a promotion can't be successful. Cause I feel like we both have been there where, Shine decided that all of a sudden we were in a tag team, but the main difference is that we had great chemistry with our partners and we decided to make it work. If you're not willing to put that time in, I feel like with Allysin and I, there's no hard work to be put in for our chemistry. We don't have to hey, you want to hang out this weekend and see it's
if
not
we like each other.
Yeah. You want to be friends. I feel like that is so important. You can tell when people are not getting along backstage.
Yeah.
So it definitely does translate. And I feel like both of us obviously are very lucky in the fact that we get to work together. We get to travel together. Literally all of our bookings for the next 2 months are together. And it's just a cherry on top of everything that we've been able to do.
Yeah, you guys just came.
Oh, ahead,
sorry. No. I'll say you guys just came back from London too, man.
Yes.
You guys are really traveling
world
the world.
Tour.
I feel
Hex
like
World Tour.
the Hex the World Tour. Yes, we're not done with it yet. It's not over there. I know that it's not healthy to think of any relationship as a person completing you, but I do feel like in tag team wrestling, you do kind of need someone to fill in the blanks for you. And I feel like that what Marti just said was even a perfect example of why we're a great tag team, because she's really great at making disclaimers for me, because I will just start ranting about something and she'll come in and be like, but that's not to say that,
Yeah, but, we definitely are a good balance of each other. Like she said, she's bringing out this side of me that I've kept dormant for a long time. And I feel like we balance each other out in and out of the ring. And I think that translates. People always tell us that it looks like we're having so much fun when we're in the ring. And it's because we are. We're at the point in our career where we're doing this because we love it. We've made conscious decisions to make this happen for us. And so we're going to enjoy every single minute of it, even when it's not the ideal situation. We know we're going to be fine. There were so many moments in Europe where we were like, if we weren't together right now, I'd be at home. I'd be going on a plane home crying, and she would probably punch somebody in the face and left as well. So you need somebody to balance you out, It works for us.
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing that because, like I said, it does always look like you guys are having fun. Whether you guys are doing your photo shoots for your, for your social media and stuff like that, it always looks like you guys are having fun. It always looks like you're having a good time, and you just I see it in your photo shoots. I see it when you guys do your videos. You do play off each other so much. I feel like Allysin is very comfortable in doing that, and Marti, she's trying to get you there though. You're like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I feel like you both kind of push each other's boundaries and get each other out of each other's comfort zones, which I think that's important to do.
Yeah. Allysin, what is your social media? You have an OnlyFans or a Patreon? I forget. I'm sorry.
Both.
You have both. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to plug those real quick for everybody watching?
Yeah, patreon.com and onlyfans.com/AllysinK. Easy as that. I also have a website that has all the links on them, AllysinK.com, if that's easier.
Perfect. And then you get special appearances from Marti as well.
Yeah,
Marti has her own Patreon.
I do have my own Patreon, and same patreon.com/MartiBelle. MartiBelle.com also has all that information. It's Marti Belle with an E at the end. We'll make sure the Renegades learn that this weekend. So I know you guys were probably really big fans of me from when I was at Impact, but we've turned that page. So there is an E at the end of my name again. I'll make sure they remember that this weekend. But MartiBelle.com has all of the information. If you join my Patreon, you join Allison's Patreon, even when we are doing collabs, you're still going to see so many different images from photo shoots, so many different videos. There's always going to be cameos back and forth, and there's always a lot to see on both of our Patreons.
Yeah, I feel like you guys keep busy just with that as well. Between the tag team wrestling, you guys are doing social media, your content. It's a full-time job trying to keep up with all that.
Yes, absolutely.
Really
we did a collab in Paris, and so she made an appearance on my OnlyFans. She doesn't have her own, but sometimes, she pops up every now and then. So yeah, I mean, I know there are a lot of people who like to talk crap about people who have Patreon and OnlyFans as if we're like begging people for money or something and we're not providing a service or something in return. And so I have a lot to say about those people. Well, I won't take over this stream talking about that. I would just say a lot of work goes into it. It's not just like I show up, take some pictures and then I walk away and collect my money. We're managing everything on our Patreons and in my OnlyFans. We are doing, we're doing our own makeup, and we're the model, we're the photographer, we're the editor, we're the ones who has to post it, we're the one who has to promote it. So we appreciate your support is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of time put into it. It's not just taking pictures. It's a lot of time put into it. And time is money, and they appreciate you guys appreciating their work.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Like, you're building your own business, you're building your own brand, and it's like separately and together. And so that's super important that you have all of those different kind of streams of different business revenue. And I think a lot of wrestlers and just in general, like, it's important to understand how that all works out. And, you got to learn about marketing and, branding yourself.
I think that's also something that people forget often, is that what we do is a business. At the end of the day, we are our own businesses. We're paying taxes, we're keeping receipts. Sometimes we're our own accountants. There is a lot that goes into it. It's not just, like Allysin said, showing up, taking a picture and walking away. We don't have this great, team behind us. We are each other's team. And, yes, the dream is to someday just be able to show up and have someone take a picture, have somebody upload it, have somebody do all the editing, all of that. But until that day happens, it is 100% just us building our own brands and thankful for all the support we get, because that's what helps us be able to build our own brands.
Absolutely. And as like I said, we've said it before, you guys are going to be at WrestleCon. You guys are going to be doing your signings Thursday and Friday. And then Friday, we're hoping to get you out at the Mission Pro Wrestling meet and greet as well at the Deep Ellum Brewery in Deep Ellum from 6 to 8. Pick up some merch. If you guys have never been to the collective can get crazy. So it may be hard to pick up some merch, but you guys will have some. But go by the Mission Pro meet and greet at the Deep Ellum Brewery. It's $15 to get in. And but once you're in our private area. You're in the meet and greet area with all the Mission Pro family and stuff like that. Hopefully they can make it by so they can have merch for you guys and 8x10s and stuff like that as well.
You said brewery. I am like, I'm in. And no, we do. The collective is so crazy. And especially, between one show to the next, you really don't get a chance to talk to fans and to have that moment to get pictures and things like that. And this is such a great opportunity. Thank you guys so much for doing that, because it gives us an opportunity to obviously sell some of our merch, but it also gives an opportunity for the fans to have that extra, it's not a 5-second, like, hi, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Bye. See you later. But this is at least 2 hours of being able to actually talk to people and see how everybody's doing and just have a nice time before, the craziness that is going to be the show.
Yes, we've been to collectives in the past. And if you're coming to Mission Pro, please do not rely on before or after the show thinking that you might get an autograph, because we really don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Because even a lot of wrestlers don't come out between. That's our experience from being at past collectives, is because everything is just so hectic. So even if some people do come out, it is for like 5 minutes at a time. So stop by the meet and greet if you want to get merch, shirts, 8x10s, come chat with us.
Absolutely. We were talking about it before. It's a controlled chaos. One show starts while the other one ends. So we are right after Effie's Big Gay Brunch. So it's going to be basically 15 minutes while one show is coming out and we're going in, guys. So definitely come by the meet and greet. And if and it'll also be another way if you don't have tickets to get tickets for Saturday. So we'll help you get tickets online and stuff like that too. So we'll get you all set up. But let's talk again a little about the collective. You guys have been to the collective a couple times. What has been, besides the controlled chaos, what has been your experience with how is it? How's the crowd? Let's talk about that.
Fun fact, the first time that we ever teamed up was at the collective in Indy. So the collective for us has a very special place in our hearts. That it was for Shimmer. It was our first ever match together as a team and our first title shot. So I feel like that kind of set the stage for us for what was to come over the next year. So I know for me that the collective is such a special place in my heart because of that. And it's just such a great opportunity to see so many friends, so many people that you haven't seen in a long time. There are fans that, you know, they save their money in order to be able to come to WrestleMania weekend. So it is a great opportunity to see a lot of fans and a lot of friends, and fans that are friends that have become friends over the year. So
it's like a huge reunion for a lot of people, and it's definitely worth the chaos. It's one of those weekends that I have to like save up my social energy for, which is kind of difficult because we came right back from Europe, went right to NWA tapings, and I'm like, okay, I have like 4 days to just shut myself in a hole and not talk to anyone so that I have energy for the collective weekend, because afterwards, even though you're emotionally, socially exhausted, it is so worth it.
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, I feel like you just feel so fulfilled afterwards, but I understand that you have to like gotta update your recharge. Yeah. I was like thinking of battery, but you gotta recharge.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the way with not just wrestlers, but I feel like there's a lot of fans out there too who are, you know, they're finally coming out of this lockdown and they haven't been to a lot of indie shows yet. So this is going to be their indie show. The collective sold out on their first and second row packages for all the shows. They've done an unlimited number of general admission, which are selling great. So we're going to have a nice big show, guys. So, but if you still haven't gotten your tickets, go to missionprowrestling.net. But is there a match this weekend that you're like, or a show this weekend besides maybe Mission Pros or even at Mission Pros that you're looking forward to?
Oh man.
I know that ROH just announced Willow versus Mercedes Martinez.
Yes.
And I'm real hyped for that.
Yeah. That's a great match. Effie's Big Gate Brunch is always really fun to watch because there's always so many people that that you don't expect to be on the show. Or I know he just said something about there's a bunch of surprises.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be real fun, and I'm excited that it's the show right before us. Zicky's putting on his show again, and we have a lot of friends on that as well. Like we said, man, it's just such a great weekend to see so many friends.
Yeah.
And that makes it really special. And sometimes people that you had no idea were going to be there, whether they were a surprise or just happened, you know, to say, screw it, I'm going to show up. So it is very exciting, and I am really looking forward to it. There's a lot of people that are signing at WrestleCon that I'm like, man, I hope we get a chance to like sneak away and like say hi to. But it's going to be a really fun week, and I'm really excited. It is going to be chaotic, but totally worth it.
I really want to meet the cat, you know, Stacey Carter.
Oh.
She's on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, she got me in trouble in 2000 or 2001, Armageddon, or maybe it was like Armageddon 1999. I feel like I just talked about this on my Twitch. She flashed everyone at the end of a pay-per-view. And my mom walked in the room at that moment.
Of course.
I was like, this is why I don't let you watch this garbage. And here I am today.
I love it.
I'm just picturing your mom freaking out over this.
I know.
She did a lot over.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
No. So there's actually talking about this. So there's a question we get, and I wanted to ask you guys. You know, you guys have been in the industry for a while, but are there still people you mark out to? Are there still people that you pop for?
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen,
you know what? Let's get one. I want to hear one.
Seeing someone, yeah.
I will say it's not that often because a lot of people that we looked up to became like peers to us and coworkers.
Yeah.
But every now and then, you know, you have a moment. Go ahead.
Listen, Allysin and I have. It's probably the same one. It's definitely the same one. We have somebody that we've loved since we were children, and you know, we just saw that they were announced for WrestleCon, so we're very excited. Should I say it, or do you want to say it? No? Okay.
I'm too shy.
Okay. Yes, there are people that we still do get very excited about, and I think that is the craziest thing. Is when the people that you looked up to become your peers, you know, getting a text message from Jazz and her be like, "Hey girl, what's up?" And I'm like, I want to know her do an X Factor because of you, you know, like that kind of stuff. Or like Mickie James. Everybody knows how obsessed I am with Mickie James, and for Mickie to just like be like, "Okay, yeah, girl, shoot me a text," and I'm like, "Yeah, I have your number because we're friends."
Yeah.
You know? Like that's definitely very, very exciting.
You have those moments where it feels very surreal. That feels surreal. And then you're like, no, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I'm a peer. I don't have to be like, sometimes, you know what? It is okay to mark out a little bit. You know what I mean? You can still keep it professional.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
I feel like it's surreal from your standpoint, obviously, like having those relationships. But I feel like it on the reverse side of people that look up to you and like freak out when they meet you for the first time.
That I don't understand.
That's
How does that feel?
I'm like, girl, I ain't shit.
I was like, I wasn't on Raw is War. Why are you like freaking out over it? It is surreal. I guess it's like the first time I think that it ever made me go, oh, I've been around a minute, was I went to my old wrestling school, and it was like the first time that I had been back there for a long time because, you know, I don't go back to New York as often as I'd like to. And I got in the ring to help somebody with something, and she looked up and she was like, oh my God, I used to watch you when I was little. And I'm like,
that just happened to you. Didn't that just happen to you like recently?
It happened again.
I watched you when I was a kid.
Yeah, I used to have a crush on you when I was a kid, and I'm like,
how old are you now?
Yeah.
like,
He was like
7.
20. You know, he was in his early 20s. So it didn't feel that bad. Because you realize, like, when we were in Impact, at least when I signed with Impact, it was like 2016. And you were like shortly before that.
Yeah.
That is 5 years ago, which is insane to think about. So yeah, some people could have been 16 and now are 21.
There are people that are 21 now that, they were 15, 14, 15 years old, which is like, the age that a lot of, I feel like we both got into it a little bit younger than that, but that is the age that a lot of people are like really in love with wrestling. And I'm just like, wow. Yeah. And just having people, peers be like, oh yeah, when I first started watching wrestling, I used to watch you. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, thank you. This is weird. I don't know. It's cool though, because we definitely, one thing that we've always said is we always want girls to feel like, and people in general, not just girls, but specifically since we're talking about Mission, we want people to be comfortable coming to us for whatever it is, whether you need like a big sister, you need advice on something. Both of us are very happy to do that because we had a lot of people who helped us, and we just want to keep passing that torch on and keep making sure that the next generation of wrestlers that are coming up are experiencing some of the same things that we did. And that's a lot of support.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. If you ever want to pick our brains about business in general, marketing, Patreon, social media, wrestling, characters, promos, storylines, anything, you can always come to us with that stuff. That's the stuff that we love to do. And it's stuff that I don't want to like go out and give unsolicited advice to people. So if you ever want to talk about that kind of stuff, please approach us.
That's awesome. I think people like sometimes get intimidated, especially when you hear stories about, oh, don't approach this person, don't talk to this person. Those stories from a while ago.
Yeah.
But I love that because, at Mission Pro, that's kind of the environment we try to foster is like, hey, if you guys need help, don't be afraid to ask. There's people here to help you. We just brought in somebody recently. She's a wrestling student at one of the local schools here in San Antonio. And she stayed with us in our Airbnb with all the girls and stuff like that when we were up in Conroe. And I brought her in and I was like, okay, get comfortable. And she kept staring around and I'm like, what's going on? And she was trying to hold herself together from marking out with everybody. And she's just like, y'all are just chilling. And I was like, yeah, it's late at night. We're just relaxing, making some chicken and veggies, eating healthy. We'll eat like crap tomorrow after the show. And she's just like, no, this is just crazy. And I was like, what did you expect? Like, we're sitting here with like a notebook and like our tea and, like talking wrestling.
I guess I just said I don't like to give unsolicited advice, but since we're on the subject, I do feel like a great way to deal with those types of situations is just to act like a peer. Like you can be marking out in your head and like, I think the times where you meet people and you're like, oh, this person is Mark, is like when they start asking fan questions, but they're like a wrestler too, So I not that it's necessarily a bad thing, but I just think like if you act like a peer, you're going to get treated like a peer and you can still show appreciation and be like, I feel like I've made confessions to people after getting to build rapport with them. Right. Then I'm like, let me just tell you something. Let me tell you a funny story, Stacey Carter, about how you almost got me banned from wrestling forever. But I wouldn't go up to the table and tell her this story right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I think those are the awkward moments. You're like,
you don't start with that. You don't start with that. Yeah. Build up. You gotta build up.
I don't start with I've seen your boobs when I was 12. You know what I mean?
You got it. There's a ladder that you have to climb to get that story. But I do love it. I do love the fact that there are still a lot of students especially who help out at Mission Pro and they're just like, oh my God. Like we're in the room with blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. And I know that there's people who are thinking the same way about the hex because they've already mentioned it. They're like, man, you guys have the hex on your show. Do you guys need any more volunteers? And I was like, thank you, Hex, for bringing me more volunteers.
You're welcome. That's what we do. Marti and I have had moments where we had marking out in our heads, walked away, held it together, great composure. Once we walked away, we just lost our shit together privately. So that type of thing.
Like even just it's also interesting, like we've said, you know, you're when you're around each other, you act like peers. We just recently had somebody who we had no idea, like, you know, followed our career, was like, oh, I love you guys. I know who you guys are. Like, I've been watching you guys forever. Like, I've been keeping up with what you guys are doing. And we're like, oh, really? Like, you're literally like, I don't know. It was just like a weird, interesting moment. And they're like, hey, can I get a picture with you guys? And we're like, yeah, sure. Like, should we be asking you for, like, this is.
Yeah, we should be asking you for a picture, but yeah, you can ask us for a picture. Sure.
And so it's moments like that where it is very cool. And like AK said, we were like, yeah, no, that's totally cool. That's totally chill. And they were like, yeah, I'm going to post this picture tomorrow. And we're like, yeah, sure, whatevs. And then we left and we got back to our hotel room. We're like, did that just happen? Because that was really cool. And it's something that's really unexpected. That's another thing is I've been trying to make more of an effort to get more pictures with people because I feel like that's something that, you know, we were kind of taught when we first started out, like,
yeah,
like you don't just walk up to someone in the middle of a conversation. Hey, Taker, can I get a picture with you? And he's like, you're fired. Like, what? Like, get out of here. What are you doing? You know?
You're fired.
But like AK said, you build that rapport, and then you because there are a lot of moments, especially for us. Like I remember at WrestleCade, a lot of the girls getting together, a lot of the old Impact girls, you know, we all found each other. And we're like, oh my God, let's get a good picture. Because these are things that you want to look back, you know, you want to look back on. Life is too short, too much. Yeah. There's too much tragedy in this world. And there's too many moments where I was like, damn, man, I should have talked to this person more. I should have gotten this person, you know, I should have gotten more in contact with this person. So take advantage of those moments because you know you never know when it might be. And this sounds very morbid, but you never know when the last time you're going to see somebody is, whether it be because they're gone or just that, you know, they're just maybe they're not wrestling anymore or they're not wrestling at the same place anymore.
Right.
And that is another, like, kind of circling back to what we're talking about. That's why the collective is so amazing, is because you get to see a lot of these people that, you know, you don't get to see often. And it is a very, very special moment. There's never enough time to do everything you want, but, you know, we try to squeeze in so much over the next 4 days because of it.
Yeah, I circle back around to the collective, especially because we just added Shazza to the card. And I'm like, I couldn't imagine, you know, she's like, she was in lockdown for 2 years in a totally different, you know, continent, away from a lot of the independent wrestling that she's used to. And honestly, you know, that's still something. I think she came back over here and she's hit the ground running. It's like, I couldn't imagine that. The itch that couldn't get scratched.
Let's keep in mind that Shazza was here when lockdowns in the US happened. She was here for like a week or something.
Yes.
So she had this whole year planned, this whole, like, you know, 3 or 4 months planned out of everything that she wanted to do to be sent back to Australia, to then be in lockdown for like legit 2 years. Like, not even being able to leave your own neighborhood type of lockdown. Yeah. So I am really happy that she's back and that she's kind of, you know, going back and crossing off all those places, all those matches that she didn't get to have 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows incredible dedication and determination to keep going, to like still follow up with those companies, to reschedule all of that. Like I'm so excited she's going to come to Mission. Same. It's awesome.
It seems like she's been having a lot of fun since she got here. And I'm just so happy that everything is working out and it has been worth it. Like the wait has been worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there what is after the collective for the Hex? What is going on now? I want
to get my agenda.
Yeah, I know. Let me get
the calendars out. Hold on.
I literally grabbed my book. I'm like,
I feel like you guys have been on this whirlwind tour as well.
Over. Yeah.
I mean, you guys just come back from London. You guys went to NWA tapings, and then now, you know, like you said, you're taking a little bit of a breather. You're going to WrestleCon, the collective with Mission Pro. It's like,
are you going international? Are you going international again? Do you have other international tours in the book?
I have intentions.
Yes.
Nothing's set in stone right now. Yeah. But
I have a feeling it'll happen before the year's over.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've already accomplished so much in these 3 months of the year. I have no doubt that we'll be going back somewhere overseas eventually. But yeah, this whole month is just packed. The whole month is packed. All of our bookings are together. We have signings. We have Squared Circle Expo in Indianapolis. That's the 15th and 16th. We have Shine in Tampa, Clearwater. The next day, the 17th. We have a signing in Connecticut in Hartford on the 23rd. It's called the Wrestling Classic 2. You should come see us. I'm also planning on competing in jiu-jitsu sometime in April, and I don't even really have time to do that. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm gonna try.
I love it. Is there anything I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know you guys have other commitments, but is there anything you guys want to plug? Somebody keeps saying you got to plug your Twitch because the chat gets wild.
Say that.
Oh yeah, tonight, right?
Yes, Twitch. I am streaming tonight. I stream usually every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, unless I'm traveling. I don't know what's going to happen on Thursday. We'll see. But tonight I am streaming at 10 p.m. It's twitch.tv/theAllysinK. That link is also on my website, allysink.com. We're playing a game. The PG version of it is called K or Nay. I don't know what I can say and what I can't say on here, but it is a little dating app roulette game that I like to play on Tuesday nights. So we have fun with that. The chat gets to vote whether I swipe right or left on some potential candidates.
Oh, I might have to pop in for that. I love it.
That sounds fun.
It's ridiculous.
The chat is more savage than I am, so I will say that.
Apparently, people in our comment section, they love your Twitch stream.
They love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
The chat gets wild. They love it. So they're going to check it out tonight.
It's a lot of fun. I've been a part of a few of the streams and they can get real wild. We haven't done a hot girl Twitch stream in a little while, but that, maybe we should start setting up for that. Cause those are a lot of fun too.
If we can do it in Dallas, we'll do it. We'll just pop up on Twitch in a hot tub somewhere, but we'll have to find a hot tub.
I'll make sure I pack my bikinis.
There you go. Yeah, bring at least one bikini just in case.
I got you.
We might have to do a Twitch stream from the meet and greet at the brewery. I don't know.
Can you get an inflatable pool?
See if I can find one of those kiddie pools, maybe.
Yeah, I shouldn't even said that because now I'm like,
like a beer sign.
Interesting.
Thunder's just gonna look at me like, "What did you do?"
Yeah, she'll jump right in. She'll be
Don't give Melody ideas because things happen when ideas are thrown out.
The ideas are thrown out. I end up with a tattoo. I don't know.
I know that might happen this week too. Melody and I getting some tattoos.
Lindsay Snow is now bringing her tattoo gun. So.
Oh, interesting. Marty and I were going to get tattoos in Europe and it didn't work out because we were actually going to get matching tattoos or similar tattoos in Spain. And everywhere that we went only took cash. And we didn't have cash at that time. We didn't have any euros.
Yeah.
So that was the only reason we didn't do it.
There we go.
Would the Hex want to get a tattoo on WrestleMania week? We could all do it together. They don't have to be matching. But
maybe Lindsay said she's packing her gun. She's packing everything. She's she's ready to tattoo and make some appointments.
We already got the idea.
Yeah, the idea is there. So, and it is our last show of the weekend, so we wouldn't have to worry about bumping on it or anything. So
that's a good point.
That's true. So hot girl tattoo Twitch stream.
Let's get hot. Let's get tattooed in the inflatable pool.
Oh goodness!
Just combine everything all on.
Oh my god! Can we? If we could get that set up, I'm 100% down.
I don't think it can get wet. So
well, it's not like filled up. We just because of the Twitch code of conduct, we need to be, even if it's literally just our feet in the pool, we have to be in some sort of pool.
Got it. Okay. There's a whole rules
to wear a bikini. You have to be in an appropriate setting.
I feel like I've lost all the sun.
No, you're good. You're good.
You did. We could see you.
Everybody's behind it. Everybody's like hot girl Twitch tattoo stream.
Oh no, we started a trend.
I told you.
Oh my goodness. We can't wait to see you all at the collective. I think this is going to be it's a historical for Mission Pro. I'm glad that the Hex is able to come and compete. It's going to be really exciting.
We're very, very excited. Thank you guys so much for having us. And we are looking forward to seeing everybody there. And those of you who can't make it, we hope, are they able to watch online? They are, right?
Yeah,
they
are. On TV.
If you're not able to be there in person, I would definitely suggest watching online because it's going to be a really, really, really fun show.
Absolutely. And a historic show. It's the first all women's wrestling promotion to debut at the collective. So Mission Pro is making that happen. And it wouldn't be the best without the Hex because they are excellent.
They are excellent.
Well, thank you, Allysin K. Thank you, Marti Belle, so much for joining us, guys. Go follow them on all their socials. They dropped it earlier. AllysinK.com, is that correct? And MartiBelle.com. Go follow them. They have a Patreon. Allison's got a Twitch, and she's got OnlyFans as well. And they're going to be at the Mission Pro meet and greet on Friday, 6 to 8. They're going to have merch. They're going to do meet and greets and stuff like that. So bring your money.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you, ladies. And we'll see you this weekend. Peek is up. Pinkies up. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us for this special edition of Mission Pro, because we had to have a special guest going into the go home show for the collective weekend.
We had to. We had to talk to the Hex because they're coming in hot here, at the collective Mission Pro. And I'm so excited. The fans are excited. So again, if you have not gotten your tickets, go to missionprowrestling.net, get those tickets. If you're unable to go to Dallas, stream it on Fight TV.
That way, Fight TV. Also, guys, if you are in the Dallas area, remember the Hex is going to be doing signings Thursday and Friday at WrestleCon. La Rosa Negra will be doing a signing at WrestleCon as well. So go check her out. I think she's there from 9 to 1 on Saturday. Mission Pro's show starts at 3 p.m. at Fair Park at the Collective in Dallas. If you can't watch Fight TV, like Emily said. And also Friday, 6 to 8 at Deep Ellum Brewery in Dallas, Texas. We're going to be doing our own meet and greet because the collective can get a little chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not be able to pick up merch like you want. So go pick up some merch. Thunder Rosa will be there. She'll be doing her own merch sales and meet and greet as well. It's $15 at the door, but you get a beer of your choice with that. So go check it out. It's gonna be fun. There's also gonna be live music and food. And it's gonna be just a really great way to hang out and kick off the weekend there in Dallas as well.
Yeah, that's a great way. You get to see all your Mission Pro favorites. So yeah, go check it out. I'm excited to see everyone in person. It's gonna be a wonderful, awesome week. Very busy week, but really, really fun.
Absolutely. Come on down Deep Elm, guys. Have a drink with us, chill out with us, and pick up some merch. And just relax.
And do we have new Mission Pro merch, Melanie?
We do have Mission Pro merch. We're gonna have some separate merch, and then we also decided to work with Wrestling Over Everything. We're gonna have some new red, white, and blue because it's Texas, Mission Pro Wrestling Over Everything shirts, collective exclusive. So if you guys are there at the meet and greet, you guys can pick one up. We'll be selling some merch, and it's exclusive to the collective weekend. So stop by, get your Mission Pro shirt, and go sport it at the show on Saturday. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Anything else, Melanie, before we head into this weekend? Anything? I know, is there a match I know we've talked about it week after week, but is there anything I feel like you're looking forward to everything.
I feel like, we've said it before, and also I'm going to say it again. It's bangers only because I cannot decide on one match. Sure. All the matches are so amazing. The women are going to go out there. They're going to kill it. They're going to leave everything out there, guys, on the mat for y'all, because that's what every single one of these ladies do. They put their heart and soul into their wrestling, and you're going to see it out there for Bangers Only, 3 p.m., Dallas, Texas, Fair Park.
Sounds good. Where can everyone follow you on social media, Melanie?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at TCBTX_photography. You can also follow me on Twitter at TCBINLA. And you can follow me on Facebook right here at TCBTX-Melanie. Make sure you guys follow Mission Pro on all the socials. We are now on TikTok. Go follow Mission Pro on TikTok because I'm filming a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and I'm going to be putting it up there for you guys to see a little sneaky peeky behind the curtain.
Yes. Go follow Mission. Subscribe to Mission Pro on YouTube as well. Hit that notification button because we're going to be putting tons of content up there as well. Go check out, there's special Women's History Month interviews up on our YouTube channel. Go check them out. There's going to be more and more coming out this week. So you don't want to miss that. And then follow me on social media if you would like, on all social platforms at Emily Mae Heller. Thank you for joining us for the special edition of On a Mission, and we'll see you later this week. And maybe we might have some more lives happening this week. But
definitely having some more lives.
Follow, subscribe to Mission Pro on all of our social channels because that's where you'll see where all that fun stuff happens.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Melanie, for joining us for this different time today for On a Mission. And thank you all, everyone in the chat.
Thank you, guys. See you at the collective.
Bye.